Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's Adam Ratliff with Adam So Fun, and you are tuning back in for the Dream Dance panel whole cloth quilt using the Midas design from Quiltable. And if this is not your second time joining in, where were you for the first one? I'm so dumb. Welcome back. It is part 2 in stitching out the Dream Big Dance panel. This is panel 2, medium in the colorway. I don't know. There might be more than those 3 colorways. I have 3. I don't know if there's more. This is just using a panel to start out with. We're using a whole cloth design on said panel just for fun. Just so you can see how to do it, and you can go home and do it too, and then post it in the So Fun community. I hope you're a member on Facebook. And then we can all just praise you about how glorious and wonderful you are. Because that's what it's about. It's 2022, and it's only getting better, baby. So, we've already stitched out. What happened in the last video? Let's go back to replay. In the last video, we stitched out the centerpiece. We stitched out the five? 1, 2, 3, 4. We stitched out the 5 palm fronds going north from the center point. We stitched the outer edges, and we stitched everything basically from the center point north. We just did everything up. We're using Magnifico thread today. Magnifico thread is a tri-lobal poly. It's what you typically use in your embroidery machines. It's shiny, so it's going to give a really nice bright shine when the sun or the light hits it. It doesn't really work in the camera, but it looks fantastic for me. We're using 3 colors. I decided that in my center section, which you'll see whenever we get over here, and if you watched the last video or go back, you'll watch it stitch out. But in the center and the palm fronds, we use the lightest pink, 2006 Flamingo Pink from Magnifico. And Magnifico is one of the Superior lines. I don't know if you know this, but I'm pretty much the biggest fangirl of Superior Threads. Then the next ring, there's a center design kind of ring that goes around. We used 2191. This is Pink Flash. I knew it a second ago. Yeah, Pink Flash. So Pink Flash, it's kind of our medium tone, so light tone, medium tone. And then on the machine right now is Daydream Pink. Dreamland Pink. This is my Magnifico color card. I just love looking at it. Is it shining for you? Is it shining? But I keep this around so I always know what colors I need. Magnifico is one of the lines that I don't have the whole line for. So sometimes I have to order things, which is why I had to order last week. But so I've done those 3, and I've cut different sections off. In the last video, I showed you how one of the stitch outs had 5 elements, but for one of the colors, I only needed 2. And then for the other color, I needed the other 3. So I showed you how to move your starts and your endpoints around so you can stitch out just those specific sections that you want. So that was kind of cool. And now we need to advance this quilt, or de-advance this quilt. Whatever. We need to come back down to the bottom. We got to get the other sections stitched. So one of the important things about this is that when on our home screen, and you'll see this whenever we come up here, I'm not using the rows design. This design is available in 2 different sets. There's the rows, where it gives you specific rows to stitch. So you have like row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4, and I think there's 8. And the rows kind of nest and go together. You have starts and endpoints that match up. And the nice thing is, if you go back to the Autumn the Fox videos, you'll see how we can line those up nice and tight and get everything lined up the way that it should be. In this case, I wanted to use the whole cloth design. So the whole thing is set up as one piece. It's basically, if you were to open all the pieces and lay them out and hit baseline, that's where we're currently at. So now I have to go in and only stitch the pieces that I want, and especially stitch the pieces that I want in the areas and directions that I want. So because we've already stitched to the top, I need to be able to get all the way to the bottom and stitch, but keep everything lined up. So that's what we're doing, because I'm going to need to on the way down, there's 2 pieces on the sides that I need to pick up, and then we'll go all the way to the bottom. I'll switch threads out, and we'll start from the center and work our way out again. So as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you're notified when more videos post. Currently, we're sitting around 6,400 followers. Thank you. Amazing. Congratulations to myself. Well, yes, kind of. It's only been a year. But as soon as we hit that 7K, we're going to do another giveaway. So I have boxes of rulers to give away. So send it out to your friends. Tell everybody to subscribe. Tell them to watch. Make sure you follow me on social media, AdamSoFun, where you see all the other things that don't happen here on the YouTube page. Also, I do a weekly live on Tuesdays. So you're missing out on the live. And if you are on Facebook, join the SoFun community. It's just like AdamSoFun, SEW, SEW Fun Community, where we post pictures and everybody gets praise, and you have to stay positive, because if you're not, you'll get booted. I'm not afraid to boot someone out. No negativity. 2022 is going up. That's my motto. So I'm going to bring you close. We're going to get started. I'm going to get this advanced, show you how I would do it, how you should do it when you're stitching yours at home. Oh yeah, remember, well, 1, Quiltable, everything's linked below, all the stuff that I'm using. But don't forget, ASF10 like AdamSoFun, ASF10 at Quiltable will get you an extra 10% off your order, and I get a little kickback because I'm an affiliate. So they're keeping me they're keeping me interesting, and they're letting me use all their designs to pass off to you. So it's a win-win situation for everyone, baby. So I'm gonna bring you over here. We'll see you in a second. All right, here we are, and like literally we are where I left off, because you can still see where it says long jump pause, because I didn't stop anything. So I'm going to hit this X and just cancel out. All right, we have our design here. We have our quilt all done up to this point. So we need to advance backwards. So just like we did last time, everything has been stitched on this panel except for these 2 pieces. So as we advance down, oh no, not everything. Everything from here up has been stitched. So we need to pick up these 2 pieces while we're going down. I want to stitch them first, and then I'll come back in and fill the rest of this stuff up. So as we advance, or as we disadvance, we need to pick a point to bring our machine up towards the back of the frame, up towards the take-up lever. But we have to make sure we can get to these 2 points. Now, for some of you, this is going to be pretty tight. There's not a lot of quilt rolled up on that take-up lever yet, so we still have almost our full throat space available. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to the center of the quilt. So I'm just moving my crosshairs so they're at the center. And I want to just move my machine up until my horizontal line is higher than these 2 points, because those are the highest points I'm going to use. So I'm going to move it up, and I'm going to go up a good few inches. And so I'm here, I found a spot in my design that works, and if I zoom in, I'm right here at that point of my of that first little feather. I'm going to push my needle down, because remember, I'm advancing needle down with this quilt because I want everything to stay and move together and be very precise, and I'm going to hit drag. Now I get to go off and move my crosshairs, or not move my crosshairs. I get to go off and take my side clamps off, advance my quilt, and we'll see you back here in a second. All right, now that I have taken all my basting stitches out, I'm gonna make sure I pick up all these threads so I don't stitch over them, because I will forget. I'm advanced, I'm tight. I've taken my basting stitches out. I'm gonna move you back a little bit. And now I can hit drop, very important, always hit drop, and then needle up. Please don't forget to needle up. So now everything has advanced with my quilt. So I'm going to do 2 things, because we do have some places where this needs to line up. So I'm going to come over here and check those points. Let me move you close. And so I'm going to put my needle on that end point where this one's going to start, and check right here. I can zoom in and see like, oh my gosh, that's pretty spot on. I'm gonna move over a little bit because there's also an intersection right there. And I can't even see it from this angle, especially with how the lighting is. And that's pretty spot on as well. It might not be exactly perfect, but it's good. It's what I'm looking for. There's one other intersection where things meet up. There we are. And we're good there as well. So I'm also going to check on the right. And if there is a problem, it's going to be on the right side, just because that's how the machine moves and pushes things over. So let's check this start point. That looks pretty good. I'm okay with that. I'm happy with that. And we can check these 2 points as well. Looks very nice. And looks very nice. Now again, if they're not exactly perfect, in the long run, you're not going to see 3 little pieces that didn't match up exactly perfect. So I'm not super worried about it. I still have my dark thread on, which is the color of these outside pieces. So if I go back to the Pro Stitcher tab, I'll bring you close. New start end. I'm moving my start points and my end points back to the beginning. And I believe that it stitched the center, this piece, these 3, this one, and then the 2 outside. So let's just jump until we get to the one we need to. There we are. There we go. Outside piece, outside. Oh, that's it. So it's going to start. Oops. I'm going to go up one. It's going to start down here, stitch into these, stitch up, stop, jump over here, and then it's going to end right there. So let me make sure. Start. Yes. So these are the 2 pieces we need. I'm going to start here. It's going to go stitch, stop. It'll say long jump pause, move over here, stitch, stop, long jump pause. I'll hit cancel, and then that's where we will advance again. So I'm going to leave you here to watch this stitch. Alright, so our 2 outside pieces are stitched. You can see one there and one there. I don't think I can get anything else in my throat space. I think I'm too close to this bar because those pieces were too tall. So I'm going to hit cancel just because I'm done with that. And I'm going to bring my machine all the way towards me. And I'm hitting the bar. And if we look right here, I still have about a 1/4 inch. But to this intersection where that piece is going to stitch. So I cannot stitch this piece out. I can't stitch the next piece out. So I'm going to have to advance. So now we're doing the same thing. I'm going to find a point, needle down, and let's see. We'll find a point because I still need to stitch these. So, I mean, we could just use the center. Maybe we do that. I'm going to use the center, needle down, hit my drag, and now I'm going to advance so that my center's back at the back bar. And we'll be right back. All right, we are advanced. We're back at the quilt. Everything is lined up, I checked, and now I need to stitch these bottom 3. So I'm going to do the same thing I did a second ago. I'm going to go to my Pro Stitchers tab, new start end. I'm just going to start at the top. And I know that these 3 stitch together, so I'm going to do my jumps down until my start point gets to, is that the one? Yes. So this is going to stitch to here. It's going to jump to that side, jump to that side, jump to my top pieces, do that piece, and then now it's going to do my my small palm fronds. So I'm going to stitch those out really quick. I have changed back to my original thread, Flamingo. I'm going to go to the other side so I don't hit the mic and run. All right, so this piece is finished, and that means my center color is totally done. So I'm going to tie this off and change colors before I forget. I don't know if you know this about me, but I tend to forget things a lot. So here we go. That is step one. And I just tied off, pulled through, and trimmed. So now, we're coming back up to the top. Oh, look how it looks so far. The center's done. Oh my gosh, I love it. It looks so good. All right, we're back at the top. I'm gonna hit cancel because we're done with this. That's fine. We can always hit cancel because we can always find where we need to start next. So if you ever accidentally hit cancel, it's okay. You're not going to mess anything up. You can always get back there. I'm threading my needle. Next thing I need to do is this piece, and these two pieces. And I'm going to have to do it the same way that I did the last one. These two should stitch out by themselves. I will confirm. I have confirmed that these two will stitch out by themselves, and then this one I'll have to crop just like I did that last one. And once these four are stitched, I'll change colors and then do that final pass. I'm not going to be able to get the final pass. I'm just shy. But I can stitch all of this next color. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stitch all this next color and then switch to my last thread, do my last advance, and then I will be able to be done. So I'm just going to finish this because you've already seen how I do everything. And just throw some music on. You can watch me sing in the background. I don't care. It's fun. We'll see you when this baby's done. All right, so upon further inspection, this section actually was stitches out just these two pieces together, and then the rest of the bottom is all the 3 units, like the 3S, the snake units, are going to stitch out together, and then the bottom unit's going to stitch out together. So I just have to finish stitching this out and it will be done. Alright everyone, there you have it. It's done. I'm going to take off my side clamps. And I think I'll leave you right here because that's kind of a good angle. And I'm going to advance it so you can see the whole thing. Oh, I guess I need to trim my thread. This is always my favorite part because it's the very end. So, so there you have it. Oh my gosh, so cool. All right, everyone, we are done. This baby is finished. You watched the end of that kind of in fast forward. I'll tell you, it took 30 minutes in real time to stitch it, plus all the talking, plus having to wind a bobbin and advancing. So this design does not take that long to stitch out. So if you've wanted to try a whole cloth, definitely somewhere to start. The thing I love about these panels, there's a lot going on. So if you get an intersection where things don't line up perfect, you're never going to see it because there's a lot going on. You have other things happening in the background. I will get some really good pictures of this in the morning, put them here. But you saw me kind of run through. That idea of stitching out just the circle part, I'm super excited for. I don't know where I'm going to use it, how I'm going to use it, but I'm definitely going to do it. But yeah. Oh, a tree skirt. Gasp. If you did a tree skirt, just to let you know, because this is kind of, if you took the sides off and made it 40, I bet you it's already 40. The circle's already 40 around. The tree skirt I had was 60. So if you made it 60, you'd have to be able to, one, fit it in your throat space. But some of these designs, you're going to have to take it off the frame, rotate it, and put it on. The nice thing is, if you have it on a square and you put it in a square, that's easy because as long as you make sure that you put it on something that you squared up, it's going to be a cinch to be able to reload it because it's just a square. And a 60-inch square, it's not anything big. But as always, like, subscribe, hit that bell so you're notified when new videos post. Be sure to follow me on social media, Adam's So Fun with an SEW on Facebook and Instagram, where they'll see pictures of this before you do. If you are on Facebook, join the So Fun community so you can come and post pictures of your projects just like everyone else. And we all just say, fabulous, fabulous, great, it's amazing. It's a really big confidence booster. And we'll see you in the next one because at the end of the day, it's just quilting. Oh, and if you were in the live today, this is one of 3. I have 2 more to get done by the end of the day tomorrow. So good luck. See you all in the next one. Bye.